I guess this all started a couple of months back, and me and Michael, my great roommate over here, we had a thing called TV Time Tuesdays, and it was amazing, right? We Lost always comes out on Wednesdays, but we DVR it for Tuesday, and I made the Hot Pockets. He made also the Hot Pockets. We're a Hot Pocket family, and that was something that bonded us. But then one day, somebody came in and sort of broke that trust and took the TV and took away not only the TV but also TV Time Tuesday. And we had some ideas. Michael, you had some ideas on what we should do next.
Yeah, it was hard. At first I thought, we're just gonna have to ditch the whole TV thing, find something completely different. Maybe we'll do fried food Mondays, or Manic Monopoly Thursdays, something like that. But nothing worked. Nothing is as good as TV for bonding us. So we had to find a way to bring back sort of the energy and the enjoyment and the entertainment that we got from TV. So initially what it started out as is, Jared would draw a picture, of, maybe what he thought was going to happen in Lost this week, and he would tape it up on the wall, and I would watch and he would narrate. He would swap out the pictures every 30 seconds or something, It's not a high frame rate, but it was enough.
Well, see, the problems really started when Michael, I work from home, but Michael, he goes out, right? He works in the office, and he started to hear what was happening in Lost. And so he got very upset with me that my hand turkeys and my stickmen were not following the plot of the network television that I had no access to.
Had no access? You could have gone to a Radio Shack or something and looked in the window. You could have known what was going on in Lost, but you intentionally made this weird plot line where all the characters were in these sorted, just sort of love triangles with each other, and the smoke monster was like the biggest one of them. They were all in love with the smoke monster, and it had Morgan Freeman's voice, but it was just you doing Morgan Freeman's voice, so it was terrible and a little racist. I don't know. But after a while, the drawings just weren't cutting it, and we needed something that was more lifelike, because TV has motion, TV has energy, TV has life to it, So we ended up, one of us would, we would draw straws, and whoever got the short straw they would act out the show, sort of a one-man band kind of situation.
The problem with drawing straws is I was focused a lot on the shading, and he just sort of went for length. So mine always ended up being shorter, and all of a sudden I went from being a roommate to being a performer. And there's something about it, just like there's something about being live on camera.
Yeah. Jared's performances were subpar, to say the least. I mean, just imagine he's out there, I'm expecting a full-blown production of an episode of Lost out of him, and he's Shamu at a McDonald's drive-thru. Like, it just didn't work. He didn't have the performance gene or whatever, the emotional depth, whatever was required to pull out a performance like that. He just couldn't do it. But what else was I going to do? I wasn't just not going to watch TV, so I made him put these shows on for me every Tuesday. But it really was bad. It was bad.
Like, so the Shamu part, right, at the McDonald's, it was a little bit risky, but production costs were high, and we needed a corporate sponsor. And I don't know. I have two modes really: angry and despondent. And he didn't really care for either. But yes, I think we had finally decided that I had gone a bit too Shakespearean, and we had to cut it short. And what ultimately did we decide on doing?
Well, when things were looking really bad, we were at each other's throats. I was mad because he ruined the season finale. He was mad because I didn't appreciate his theater or whatever. But the weirdest thing happened. The guy who stole our TV originally came back. Yeah, he came back because he realized that he had missed the DVR, and he wanted that for the TV to complete the setup. And so he came back to rob us because he thought he could just do it again, and he could. We just gave him the DVR. But yeah, we really figured out a good system that worked for us at that point.
So everyone always tells you getting robbed once, terrifying experience. Getting robbed twice, I don't know, best day of your life. And we ended up. He had some acting at Juilliard, and it was just enough of the fan service that you enjoyed it, and it was just enough of the highbrow stuff that I enjoyed it. And we put him in a box.
Yeah, we made him perform for us. It's the best decision we've ever made. We now have our own personal entertainment troupe in a box. We pull him out whenever we want to watch TV. We make him dance. I'll tell you what, he definitely, he fought against it at first a little bit, but he's really come around. He says that we're kind of his heroes, and it feels good to be loved like that, And I'll be darned, he puts on a way better performance than Jared ever did. I mean, Jared was he was a war crime to watch. But this new guy, he's pretty great. Isn't that right, Jared?
What I enjoy most is getting a talented actor off of the streets and sort of into my home.
Absolutely.
To be sort of like, because we talked about this, live studio audience. It's always been my dream since Tim the Toolman Taylor, and now I get to be a part of a live studio audience.
Absolutely.
And just I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. And I guess all of that to say, we think that you would make a good addition to our troupe here. There's room in the box for 2, and you can't leave. So, what do you say?